Bengali and Hindi. Two languages that are probably closely related to each other. Same with Dutch and English. Both are also two languages in our modern world that are closely related to each other. But Bengali and Dutch. Turns out, even those two languages had a common ancestor, as well. Nowadays, due to the effects of globalization of culture and ever-growing lingua francas, the amount of languages we have as a human population has been shrinking. It is estimated that one language dies out every 14 days, or 2 weeks. But before? Despite some languages still going extinct every now and then in the past, we were getting an increasing amount of languages. And that was mainly due to isolation. For example, Latin came about 2,600 years ago in Italy in a place called Latium. This Latin was, of course, adopted by many cities and towns, most notably the Roman Empire, in which helped spread Latin all over Western Europe. However, during medieval times, due to low access to technology, constant wars, and mountains that separated people, Latin essentially began to split into its own separate dialects, in which, each of those dialects eventually, with time, became their own languages. And each of those languages, be it Dutch, English, or even Norwegian, happen to have their roots in Latin. It's just the same with languages that are even farther apart. To some, English and Bengali could never, ever be connected. But, it's likely that they did have a common ancestor, just like evolution. If we go back about 10,000 years ago, we meet a language known as proto-indo-european. Proto-indo-european was the predecessor language to almost all European languages, many South Asian languages, various Southwest Asian languages and even a few North African languages. This language separated in a similar way to the example of Latin splitting up earlier, where people became isolated, and began doing things such as making up their own words and changing words that already existed. Eventually, this led to even languages such as Spanish being connected to both ancient and modern Greek. This so-called language divergence, so to speak, was how languages of several different types split up. If we went even further back than Proto-Indo-European, we would find languages such as Korean being somewhat connected to Dutch, or even various Native American languages connected to Dutch. After all the languages originated from one. And that one became many. Many of us here may speak 1, 2, 3, 4 or even 5 or more languages, not including programming languages. And now, there's a sort of connection between them. But, seeing the connection with languages, we advise that you make a connection with us at PhiloMag. Here, in PhiloMag, you can see new videos weekly, with new content from even our Google Plus pages and the like. Links in the description. Like, comment, and share this video with those who share and may not share your language. And, as always, thanks for watching. Have a linguistic day.